Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, we're going to be talking about the MIXOLYDIAN mode. That first example I just played was in D MIXOLYDIAN. MIXOLYDIAN mode is the fifth mode of the major scale. It's commonly used in rock and jazz, and not so commonly used in film scoring. So for you film composers out there, check out MIXOLYDIAN. So why is it commonly used in rock music? Well, one of the reasons is that it has an ambiguous feel, a psychedelic feel, and a Celtic feel, especially ones that are written by John Lennon, like I Feel Fine. Baby's good to me, you know, she's happy as can be, you know, she said so. That's MIXOLYDIAN right there. It's over this riff, right? And that riff is G MIXOLYDIAN. Lennon also uses it in She Said, She Said, because it has a psychedelic feel to it. That's A MIXOLYDIAN, right? Beautiful. One of my favorites, though, is this. That is, of course, Norwegian Wood by the Beatles. Actually, John Lennon wrote that and sang it. And the key is E MIXOLYDIAN. It's right there in the lick. It's a droning E over the whole thing. What's so interesting is how intervallic that melody is. Another great example that has a Celtic feel is U2's song off the Joshua Tree, In God's Country. That's a total D MIXOLYDIAN melody. Desert sky, dream beneath the desert sky. Rivers run but soon run dry. We need new dreams tonight. That's a great melody. I did a What Makes This Song Great on that song, but it's using D MIXOLYDIAN. And it's going from the 1 chord to the 5 minor, which is a classic MIXOLYDIAN move. Now, the scale construction is 1, 2, 3, major third, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, and back to 1. So it's a major scale with a flat 7. Now, in order to get a MIXOLYDIAN sound, you want to really emphasize those notes where there are half steps in the scale. I always talk about that. So that would be between the 3rd and 4th, F sharp and G, and the 6th and flat 7. So to give you an example of some MIXOLYDIAN sounds again, this would be D MIXOLYDIAN. So I might start with this. So I started with this sound G, C, F sharp. So I'm taking the concept of using the half step between F sharp and G, but spreading it out like this to a major 7th interval. And I have the note C in there, which is the flat 7. That really gives the sound over the D pedal. And then that resolves to this sound G, B, C, G. So I have the 6th and flat 7 of D, right? So I've used both those sounds right together. Down to D major, then I go to A minor, add 4 over D, and then G add 9 over D and to D major. Then you could go to C major over D to D major. So those are great examples of MIXOLYDIAN sounds. Let me play an example of me on the guitar playing you some MIXOLYDIAN linear examples. That example was E Mixolydian. It was over an E7 sus4 chord, but E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E. This next example is in D Mixolydian. Let's check it out. A great little exercise to begin learning to use Mixolydian is take a simple major triad. Let's say we're in G Mixolydian. I'll take a G major triad, G, D, B. So it's a G spread triad, G major spread triad, and I'll go. Right there is the sound of Mixolydian, just right there. That's a very, very simple use of Mixolydian. If you want to get a little bit more complex, let's go to F Mixolydian, okay? And I'll start with F major. So that uses some more complex voicings. I start out with, if I take the upper part of the voicings, F major to F sus with the G, it's a dominant 7 with the 9th. That would be E flat major. And then here I have a C minor, add 9, but with that 7th on there, no 5th. So that just is giving the sound. And right here we have the flat 7, sus4, and the 13. So that's a little bit more complex version of Mixolydian, but both of those have this rich sound to them. When trying to come up with any type of modal voicing, as I said earlier in the video, you want to look for where there are half steps in the scale. In the scale between the 3rd and 4th scale degree and the 6th and 7th. Now, what can you do with those half steps? If I'm in A Mixolydian and I take the C sharp and D, I can take the D and go up to C sharp with a major 7th interval, or I can go from C sharp to D and use a flat 9 interval. Okay, I can do the same thing with F sharp to G. There's a minor 2nd, F sharp to G, then G to F sharp is a major 7th, and then F sharp to G is a flat 9 interval. So those particular intervals can be inverted. Half step, major 7, minor 9, half step, major 7, minor 9. So if you incorporate those in your voicings, I might use this F sharp to G and then put something like this. Or this. Beautiful sound there. So I took the C sharp D and I put a D sus4 sound. And the reason I picked that and I put that over the A bass is because the D to C sharp interval is there as a major 7th, and here is a flat 9. And G to A gives it a ethereal sound. And then I can move up or 4th and do the similar sound, going F sharp to G. So I'll go down here, I'll play this lower, and I go up here. Beautiful sounds. Actually, that time I played E sus on the bottom. You could play D sus or E sus. And then I just love that sound. It's beautiful. Another way to get a Mixolydian sound is take the triad from the Mixolydian scale, the major triad. So we use E flat Mixolydian and move it down a whole step. So that would be E flat major to D flat major over E flat. And that is the sound. Or you can keep that 3rd and play a D flat Lydian triad over E flat. So D flat Lydian would be D flat, G, A flat. So and I can combine it with D flat Lydian, back to E flat mix. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in the Beato book, which has all kinds of examples related to this, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Follow me on Instagram at rickbeato1. If you want to learn how to hear these sounds, meaning be able to recognize them instantly by ear, oh, that's a Mixolydian sound, or that's a Dorian sound, check out the Beato ear training program at beatoeartraining.com. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks for watching.